it didn't unmute after the damn trailer because that's how Mondays go. Welcome to Talk Wrestling here on Jeff Meacham Network. Of course, I am Jeff Meacham. You already knew that because my name's on the door, kids. It's been that way for over a year, almost a year now. It's over a year now, actually. All right, so first of all, I got to get the name tags up because I have a special guest already waiting in the studio. So let's go ahead and bring him in right now. And I actually have a present for you, brother, believe it or not, because it's your birthday. Big G in the house, and my studio's not ready for him because my wife's going that way today, so... There we go. Okay.
You on?
Hi. How are you? Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Good to see you, brother. And because you're here, I'll go ahead and throw the Back to the Future logo up in the car. So, now, you are one of a very few select people on my list that I can recycle this for. Because back on my birthday, on March 1st, I received a very special present from a very talented friend of mine. So, bear with me here.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jeff. Happy birthday to you.
Awesome. Very cool. And I think he froze. You still there, Jeff? I think he froze.
And that is the beautiful tones of one longer than either care to admit. I don't mind frozen, obviously. So give us that here. Monday, and I know. Okay, where? Yeah. Have trouble connecting. No shit. Okay, so all right, wait. There we go. And we've lost. There we go. Okay, I'm on. Everybody's seeing here, Big G and me. Are we both clear now? Are we good? Hi. Okay.
Yes, I think we're clear.
Swear to God, you know what I'm going to do that. I swear to God. All right. So, anyway, back in March, obviously, my dear friend Jenna of many, many years, longer than any of us care to admit because it ain't going to happen, sang me happy birthday, so I pass it along. There you go. Now,
thank you.
We have a request to show the tat. Are you at an angle where you can do that? Yeah, that is bitchin'.
There you go.
And it's so bitchin', it got a rated R like on Twitter, kids.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did, damn it. So there you go. For the record, guys, we will be doing this in order today. We're actually going to have a format and everything today. So on today's Talk Wrestling, it'll be this day in pro wrestling history. So in addition to the monumental moment that was the birth of Big G, some other minor stuff happened in wrestling this day. So we'll go over all that in a little bit here. A brief, and I mean minute recap of what happened yesterday on A&E because those were damn good shows. Let's not kid ourselves. If you missed the 10-minute trailer, shame on you. We'll give you a preview of what's coming up this week. We're not going to do the whole thing again. That's another 10 minutes out of my day. I don't want to give up. And, of course, the ever-present Ask Me Anything because that's what I do on this show. So let's get on with the discussion right now. No, if I was freezing like I was smoking weed, you would hear one of a kind in the background. First of all, let's not kid ourselves. Or at least Walk from Pantera. I want actually Kilgore because that was a better version. I said what I said, Pantera. Shut up. All right. So on this day, let's see if Big G can figure out how far back we're going to go here. So the first on this day in wrestling history, Big G, goes back to 1986. April 19th, 1986. Care to venture a guess?
Well, let's see. That was 2 years before I was born.
Doesn't mean you weren't around somewhere.
Right?
I don't know how long that stuff lasts. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Was it a pay-per-view of some sort, possibly?
Not a pay-per-view. Definitely a supercard. Don't think they aired on pay-per-view. I think they aired snippets on TV later.
I have no idea.
The very first Crockett Cup.
Oh, wow. Okay, very cool.
The Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup. And if you can make out that pixelated-ass cover I found, you'll notice the commentary from one Magnum TA who was recently recovered from his unfortunate brush with a tree.
Okay,
God bless him. So there's that. Okay, the next year, 1992. And it didn't even happen in this country.
Oh wow! Was it the match with Foley in Germany by any chance?
No, that would have been 94 in March.
Okay.
So you're off by a couple years. You're a couple years too late for that.
Okay.
Actually, this is a couple years before that. So yeah, my English no so good. I sorry.
Was it? I'm trying to think. 92. Something with WCW had to be.
Incorrect.
No. Okay.
Definitely a WWF thing.
Okay, WWF. Was it their first pay-per-view in somewhere in Europe?
You're in the same year because it was SummerSlam was their first pay-per-view in Europe, but that was in August. So
okay.
One of the participants
I'm thinking SummerSlam 92.
One of the participants in this moment was in a SummerSlam featured match on the main event.
All right, I have no idea.
It was what could have been. I'm blocking out the key parties here. Bear with me. So it was the Macho Man defending against the WWE Championship against Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
With Sherry at ringside at first, and then Elizabeth came out later.
Okay.
And this is notable because this was Elizabeth's last time at ringside.
Really?
Before the shit hit the fan with her and Randy. So there you go. All right.
And that was after they got married, or they had the big wedding.
This is the storyline wedding at SummerSlam '91 at the Garden. Okay. Yes, this is after WrestleMania 8 where he became champion again against Flair.
Okay, gotcha.
This was literally whatever it is, 2 weeks after Mania to the day.
Gotcha. Wow.
So now we fast forward 6 more years, 1998. We are up in the Attitude Era's business, but we're not in the right company for that.
So something WCW.
Indeed.
I want to go to Finger Poke of Doom.
Oh no! Definitely not. Time for that yet. Fortunately, I should say, not unfortunately.
I have no. I can think WCW, but I'm not entirely too sure.
The event is Spring Stampede. The main event features once again the Macho Man Randy Savage defeating Sting with the help of a big sexy power bomb to become the WCW champion, much to Hollywood Hogan and his camp's chagrin. It was the official beginning of the splintering of the NWO.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So as we're going along here, we have Happy Birthday G from the Cleaver himself, Colin Andrew.
Thank you.
And our buddy in the chat room as well, Lisa, who may or may not pop in later. She's currently dealing with, she's a mom. She's got kids. So, there you go. All right. The next one is after the war is over. We're in 2004. So April 19th, 2004 is your next moment in this day in history.
So it's obviously WWE.
Yes, sir.
I'm thinking Monday Night Raw, but I'm not too sure.
You are definitely on that proper track. Yes, sir.
Did it have to do something with the main event or something big?
It was a main event match, and it was a title switch. And it was the first of two. It was the first of 2 times that this team would become the tag team champions this year. Kinda.
I can't. Okay, so it's a tag team match.
Yes, sir. On Monday Night Raw.
I'm trying to think of the tag teams back then. 2004. No. Would one of them be the world's greatest tag team? No, can't. No.
Not on Raw. No.
No. Who am I thinking of? La Resistance.
It's funny you mentioned. I actually was watching a moment earlier today with them surrounding Mick Foley, the GM, in the ring in Anaheim, California, of all places, and out came a fresh off the movie set Rock to save the day. Who last time we saw Dwayne, he had been getting punked out by Goldberg. His freaking music hits in the pond. They go ape shit. I'm like, really, guys?
Right.
He's a heel. Okay.
All right. So give it to me.
JJ knows, but I'll go ahead and throw it up there. Your new World Tag Team Champions at the end of this Raw, the World Heavyweight Champion himself, Chris Benoit, and the not yet quite rated R superstar, Edge. And I said it was the first of 2 times because, if you'll recall, they also won the titles at Taboo Tuesday. Kind of.
Okay, I think I remember that.
Because Edge was already turned heel. He actually bailed on Benoit during the match, and Benoit won the damn thing anyway. Yeah. So, there you go. All right.
That's when he was starting his heel turn, I think,
yes,
right?
It was, because if you recall, they went into Toronto for Vengeance, and his own hometown booted him out of the building. Yep. Right, Ronda Rousey? And
right.
And off he went down the path of darkness. But it was beautiful. It was a beautiful path. Now, completely other side of the promotional coin here, 2009. April 19th, 2009. There are 3 matches in this one graphic, and they're all the same type of match.
All right, you said,
and they're all title changes.
Was it something to do with TNA at the time?
Indeed.
Was it the 6 Sides of Steel?
Indeed.
Okay, that. All right. After that, I'm not too sure what the. Wait, hold on. Was one of them?
So we're good.
Was one of them with Kurt Angle by any chance?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
All right. After that, I'm not too sure.
That's okay.
I got the 2 out of the.
So we had new TNA World Tag Team Champions.
Okay.
A new TNA Knockouts Champion.
Okay.
And a brand new first-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
So let me guess. Beer Money, maybe?
Beer Money was the losing team, actually.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. I'm trying to think of my TNA history. I was very bad with TNA back then.
That's okay. So were the rest of us on purpose.
All right. Knockouts, I'm thinking maybe Gail Kim.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
And you said first ever world
First time this person ever won became the world champion.
Chris Sabin?
No. Chris Sabin didn't become champion until 2011, I believe.
Oh, that's right. Okay, go ahead. Surprise me. Team 3D.
Team 3D, Angelina Love, who defeated, ironically enough, Awesome Kong and who was the third person in that match? Oh, crud. I actually watched a match. I'm a terrible person. But the way she won was Kong knocked out whoever the opponent was, but Kong was tied to the cage by her braids. So Angelina picked up the scraps. And then Mick Foley and Sting, yes, the 2 old guys, raced up and down the cage, and Mick Foley hit the floor first with his bad knees and everything. Good grief, Mick. Anyway,
right.
There you go. There's the 3 new champions. Now, fast forward just 1 year.
Okay.
In the same company.
Okay.
With one of those titles changing hands yet again. Another first-time TNA champion, as a matter of fact. Who we actually just saw not too long ago on recent WWE TV.
Oh, jeez. I
can give you another hint if you want to go that far, if you can't get there from where you're at.
Okay.
We already talked about this person today.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. It wasn't, no. Was it? No, it wasn't Angle, was it?
Angle was not in the match, no.
Okay. It's not Abyss, is it?
It's definitely not Abyss. Abyss actually is in the post-match celebration, however.
Oh, jeez.
Matter of fact, he's actually in the graphic I have lined up to show here.
Was it Jeff Hardy?
Jeff is also in the celebration. I'm not sure if he's in the picture.
Oh, my God.
He was in the celebration.
Something with Immortal, probably.
Too early for that.
Oh, okay. So before
10-10-10, brother. Come on now.
Oh, my God. I'm all right, go ahead. I'm drawing a blank.
Well, you see, this champion was a very rare kind of champion. You may say he was one of a kind.
Oh, my God. A freaking course.
And there's Abyss, of course, with his Hall of Fame ring on somewhere, I'm sure, in that picture.
Yeah.
And the Hulkster's up in the shit because he's got to be in the shit with the Hulkster. And Jeff Hardy's behind the belt in that picture.
I see him. Yeah, I see him with his cut-up shirt.
Yeah. So, final entry.
Okay.
One more year ahead, 2011,
Okay.
on an episode of SmackDown. A title change. And they'll stop growing you, I promise.
SmackDown, a world title change. 2011. Was it Edge?
I didn't say it was a world title change. I said it was a title change.
Oh, it was a title change. I'm trying to think.
That's okay, Dwayne. So everybody else except Rob and me, apparently, I think.
Trying to think. 2011. Edge was champ at the time. Who was women's
by
champ?
April 19th, actually, he was no longer champion.
Okay.
Because remember, if you follow WrestleMania, and God bless you if you did all those hours, he actually abdicated the title on the 11th.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking Edge. Was it Kelly winning the Divas title?
No.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Shoot it out there. I wouldn't have not remembered that at all. I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. So, but on top of everything else, the most important thing happened in 1988 because this guy came into existence. So happy birthday again, Big G. Now that we've humiliated you on your wrestling knowledge,
right?
We're gonna move right along now. And how about those shows? Have you had a chance to watch both the shows from A&E yesterday, by the way?
No, not yet. I'll let you.
Have you watched either of them?
Huh?
Have you watched either of them?
No.
Then we'll do this segment later. Okay. There we go. He did indeed, Lisa. Very good. Well, what a surprise. Lisa knows her Canadian knowledge. So there you go.
Right.
And that was at what pay-per-view, Lisa? We'll wait for her answer. You better know. Right. Besides getting the redonkulous tattoo that got the radar approval on Twitter, what has your day been like today, my friend?
All right, so from 7 to 10:30, I was at work, and then drove to my appointment for my tattoo. Got there around 11:50. Waited. I had to sign some paperwork.
Well, yeah,
and then around 12:15. I got to my to the little cubicle that we were at in the back,
right? And
from about 12:30 up until like 2:45, I was getting tatted up. So
that's not a bad length of time for what you got done.
No,
I'm impressed with that guy.
And
guy, girl.
It was a girl. She had been doing tattoos since 2008. She said so.
Good for her.
And I mean, I tell you what, this one was a nail biter for me.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's right on the leg, and I'm just, I have a very high tolerance for pain, but when it came to this, I was just like biting my tongue so many times. But I was like, oh my god.
Well, yeah, JJ can attest because he was there for this. I got this done in 2011. 4th of July, or whatever the first Friday in July was in 2011. So do the math on, 15/8. So July 1st, 2011.
Okay.
I had been out on the streets of Long Beach doing First Friday stuff for Long Beach Clothing Company because that's what we did back then.
Yeah.
And I got sunburned enough where I couldn't get it where I wanted it. Right.
Okay.
So I had to sign 2 waivers. I had to sign one that said I was okay with putting it here, which I really wasn't. But my first tattoo, I'm going to get it done.
Yeah.
I then had to sign the waiver saying that, yes, I know I'm this drunk. Do it anyway.
Okay, gotcha.
Because Megapus, not dealing with needles. I am not looking forward to Wednesday, Moderna shot number 2. Don't be surprised if I am a wreck next week, because if the side effects from part 1 are any indication, next week's gonna suck.
Did you get the Moderna or Pfizer? Okay, yeah,
Moderna.
That's when I got, and I don't know if you saw on Facebook. It was when I got it a couple months ago or whatever. My fiance took a picture of me sleeping on the couch because I was knocked out from the shot.
I didn't get the sleeps. I definitely had a body function go into hyperdrive. I'm going to leave it at that for the graphic folks at home. I've been donating heavily to the Farmers Association of America. Let's put it that way. Like, I don't know if it was that or if I got sick in the process or something else, but it's been a very, very long 4 weeks. I can't believe it's 4 weeks right Wednesday. It's like, oh shit, now what do I do?
Yeah.
So Lisa got it right. Of course, it was Extremely Rules 2011, and it did Extremely Rule that Christian became world champion after losing to Randy in 2 days, which was horse shit.
Right.
Speaking of farmers stuff, and by the way, she loves the tattoo. So there you go. She loves it. I love it. It is really cool. It is rated R. It is. I can see why Edge liked it. It's definitely worthy of the rated R superstar.
Right.
It's really, really good. And no, I passed out on the table because I was sleepy because I was drunk. Drunk as a proverbial skunk. No, not RVD skunk. We just flat out skunk. And Lisa apparently got the Pfizer zero side effects. So good on you, girl. I'm happy for you. That's awesome. So
is that your?
I got that tattoo and second dose to kick my. Yeah, you know what? I am in trouble because I am a wuss with just regular medicine and needles, dude. Between Wednesday and you know what? I'd be very surprised if I get through the watch along Sunday night and not have a spaz. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. And I feel bad because I really want to watch Rebellion because it looks like a really good show. Right. Especially that main event of what do you call it? Swan and Omega. It's gonna be really good. Yeah. But we'll talk about that.
Calling it?
Moral's calling it, which people are on the fence about that. They're like, why are they letting D'Lo and Stryker do it? It's like, dude, if you get a chance to have the greatest voice of our generation call your main event, you be Matt Stryker and go, dude, you do you, boo, please.
Yeah.
For real. Like, I mean, Matt is a great announcer. As is D'Lo's doing a very good job. I never knew D'Lo had this in him. I really didn't because his promos were what they were in WWF, WWE, but they're both. D'Lo's a CPA and Matt's a freaking teacher, so they're both smart as hell.
Right.
So they know their shit. But Morrow's got that voice, man, and Morrow's got that cadence that just works for professional combat sports announcing. And I would have him in the booth with me any day if it meant I could have one match of pay-per-view. I'm okay with that. My job told me to get it Friday because I'll be sick as a dog. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm getting it middle of the week, and my mommy's not even home yet. Oof. That sucks. I'm a big old baby when I'm sick. Every female in this room that knows me in my personal life can attest to that shit. So, I spent about 2 whole days time-wise in a tattoo chair. I've had some nice. That's fantastic, Lever. God bless you, dude. Well, he of the multi-tattoos and the magnificent beard. We just bow down to your supreme awesomeness, Colin. And by the way, if we ever do get out of this damn pandemic once and for all, and I do make it as far east as Ohio, I am stopping by your grill, and I'm not leaving until I'm satisfied. I know it will take
oh my god,
sure.
That's it. Yesterday looked amazing.
Damn, man. It's like, and that was just a random Sunday. Like, damn, what are you gonna do on a pay-per-view? Holy shit. All right. So since we're moving along here, I don't want to get asked me anything just yet. I want to say that for the bottom half of the hour. I'm going to talk about the 2 shows. So briefly, the Stone Cold biography, kind of what I expected. It's very much if you've ever owned one of his DVDs with his biography on it, you've seen this stuff. You've heard the stories. A little more dramatic. I'm not going to lie, because A&E does the dramatization very, very well. And actually, before this aired, they re-aired the HBO documentary on Andre, which Dad never seen before. So he got to see Vince in a rare emotional moment, because Vince took Andre's death very, very hard, as we all saw on the documentary when it came out a few years ago. And it was very interesting to watch my dad's reaction to Vince's reaction, because we never see that Vince McMahon ever.
No.
Like, even, I forget whose bio it was that came out recently, but they were talking to Vince about somebody in that same basic setup with the lighting and everything, and he waved him off like, nope, I don't talk about that. Nope, too personal, or whatever it was. But Andre, he didn't wave him off. He actually talked about it. I was like, wow. Like, Vince, I mean, I think it's because Andre meant so much to Vince's father.
Yeah.
And we all know how much Vince's father meant to Vince. I mean, he talks about being at WrestleMania 3 and being in the middle of that ring with Howard and feeling the old man there, like there with him, even though he had passed away 3 years prior. But he almost felt that Vince Sr. was there. So it was. I mean, and to have Andre be in that moment to literally pass the torch to Vince's anointed one, it was just WrestleMania 3's main event gets shit on for its technical acumen. But God damn it, that match is a moment. It just is a moment in time. From start to finish, everything it played out. Is it a 5-star match? No, it's not, Meltzer, you piece of dog crap. It's not. Okay? But you know what? It's a beautiful moment. And if that kind of moment can reduce Vince McMahon and all his Mr. McMahonness to tears, that's worth any, with all due respect to anybody else, that's worth any stars I'll give a match any day of the damn week. That's what this business is about. Now, was Savage Steamboat freaking awesome? You goddamn right it was. Right. I'm not even going to shit on that match. That was the greatest match in WrestleMania history up to a certain point. So, and JJ and I are going to talk about that actually on. Actually, you already did it last Friday.
Yeah,
so
last week.
Go back and watch it, Erica. We tape sauce because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't even know what year, barely know what year it is. So Colin goes, that was just after work, but you're welcome anytime. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Because we've got a great setup out here, but the thing is, we're getting ready to get out of here. So it's kind of like lawn ornament city out there on both sides right now. So the grill isn't really all our focus, like awesomeness. The backyard of the other place, oh my God, dude. Like, tell you, WrestleMania in 2 years, at least one night we're going to have it. If we're not actually at Staples or at the stadium, we're going to be up at the house and we're going to be having a freaking grill. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. Probably Monday night, since Monday night will be the last show before we start doing everything down at fucking Staples Center. So Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania, plan to be up here. Let's see. Dwayne says, I like this treasure hunt. Yeah, the treasure. Okay, so I want to talk about the treasure hunt. And there's I want to praise it and I kind of want to shit on it at the same time. So a lot of us out there are very much into collecting things like we saw last night on the show. Mm-hmm. But they're out of my price range for damn sure. And maybe not Big Baller G here next to me because he's got that infinite foe stream. Clearly, he's donating $700 to my streams, which I greatly appreciate. Dude, no joke. Your super chat the other day got me payday coming up on Wednesday. Nice. Because I had not quite broke 100 yet. So you got me. So, dude, like I said, I'm gonna give half to Greg because I'm a man of my word. But I mean, that's still 150 payday I wasn't counting on because it just, even with Mania, it just wasn't happening for me. So there you go. But my issue is that every major peripheral podcasting place like Conrad or whoever has something like this already. If you're a subscriber to Conrad, which I am not anymore, just because there's so many things I have to pay out, I can't pay every damn thing. And Conrad, the tier that I was on for Conrad was just out of my range at this point, unfortunately. But he has a whole show dedicated to his collection of belts and other peripheral stuff like they have on this show. And then you have Triple H and Stephanie hosting, which I'm not against because Triple H and Stephanie seem to be kind of more immune to the internet gaga than the old man. Yeah. Not so much Stephanie. People shit on Stephanie, which I don't understand. I think she's a wonderful person. I really do. Yeah. I haven't had the opportunity to meet her yet, but I've had people I trust with their opinion tell me nothing but great things. And I've met Hunter more than once, and I think he's a genuine person for what it's worth. I've met the old man. I don't have a problem with him either. But it's hard not to question their intent. And what I mean by that is their goal, their stated goal on this show is to basically reacquire all the stuff they've lost over the course of time. Oh wow. And put it in their archives so one day, wink, wink, the fans can come see it, a la what we would like to be the Hall of Fame. Yeah, true. And it's like, okay, but you've been talking about a Hall of Fame for years. decades. It feels like.
Yeah. If they would do it in Connecticut or somewhere, that's where they're based out of.
Which is where they're talking about doing it. They're talking about doing it in the actual warehouse in Connecticut. Which again, I'm okay with going to Connecticut to see some of the cool shit, right?
Yeah.
My issue is if they're going to talk about having the fans come in to see it, why not actually set up the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
The actual building. We know they've got a space in Orlando. Shane McMahon said as much more than once.
Yeah. Yeah.
They practically are out of Florida anyway now, even if the pandemic lifts or not. So like,
yeah.
I'm just there's a lot. Okay, like part of me really wants to go because just to be in the same building as all that shit where it lives full time. Not gonna lie, that'd be pretty friggin' cool for a geek like me, right? But to be able to, even if I gotta pay admission, I don't give a shit. Walk into a building that's sprawled out, like you go to Toronto for the Hockey Hall of Fame, like Cooperstown for baseball, etc. That would be awesome sauce. I would love that. Yeah. Either way, I'm fine with, but like, I don't know. I can't help but place doubt on the overall intent. And is it a lot of the show yesterday was more of showing clips of like Foley was out searching for his original Cactus Jack vest and one of the original Sockos, and half of his stuff was showing him falling off shit and using the barbed wire bats. Like, dude, we own the network. Can we not? Can we show some rare shit? Can we? Yeah, thanks. I mean, yeah, Peacock's a cluster right now, but come on. All right.
Right.
So that's my 2 cents on.
Well, after you talked about that, it's on the A&E, correct?
It is. It's channel, whatever the hell, 28 for us out here in Spectrum Land.
Okay, I'll have to see if we have it.
So there we go. All right, bottom of the hour. I promised it. Here we go. Let me get rid of the banner because it is time. It's that time. Let's see.
I don't know, man. People are really pushing for Shayna to retweet me.
Right.
They're like, like within the last
I love how Shayna is getting the push and freaking Ed just likes it, and like you mention it, and like it doesn't even get a mention. Like, really? Come on, guys.
Yeah. It's the Smithsonian of Wrestling. That'd be cool.
Hang on a second. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I'm just looking at these comments.
For right now, the B-side's a big G while Jeff handles the conversation at home. Come on, damn it.
Well, if people want to know, this is my 5th tattoo.
Nice.
This the top one on my left shoulder is the King of Kings skull from Triple H.
Love it. Love that.
The bottom one is the Hardy Boys.
There you go.
Right side is the Viper of Randy Orton.
Ooh.
And then right here is the Steelers tattoo and then Batman tattoo. So probably I'm going to try to make it a thing. Maybe like every 2 years, get another tattoo. Every 3 years.
I know some really decent people out here that do good work, ink work. Not going to lie. So if you're talking 2 years, Mania Weekend.
There we go. Mania Weekend. And I've been trying to do this theme with this thing with the wrestling stuff, trying to, who really has a decent logo that, obviously these are the wrestlers that I like the most. And I mean, if I got one, with the spade, that would look really weird just having a spade on there. Nobody would understand that, but Jeff Meacham Network. There you go.
I'll tell you what, don't get the original Big G logo. You might get labeled something you don't want to get labeled.
Oh yeah, no.
Yikes.
I need Aaron to take that down. Oh my God.
For the love of God, Riff, take that shirt down on both sides. Golly.
I don't know if he did it on purpose or he's like, oh, Jeff's German. Let me
right? It's like, I have issues on levels.
I'll message him later and see if he can take that one down.
It's like, it's one thing for JBL to goose step against Eddie, and it's another thing to have no.
Let's see. Oh, Dwayne says, you're going to get a Shayna tat, ain't you? LOL. No.
Well, why shouldn't he? I mean, come on.
Well, all you got to do is just get a spade.
But what you got to do is you have to Shayna it out. Like, you know what? I would honestly, if it was
that wouldn't be bad. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways you can Shayna customize a spade.
Yeah.
And if you're going for the theme of like a deck of, like the symbols on a deck of cards, dude, the world is your oyster, brother. Good grief.
Right.
Hang on a second. Damn, leave me alone. I'm on the air.
Damn it, I'm on the show.
It's like, first of all, you bought in the damn Nerf gun. I didn't want to have the fucking thing in the first place. Now you want me to get off the porch for you? No. Make his ass go get it. Okay, so yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways you could, augment a spade or the symbols on the deck and just make it, make it Shayna / Big G centric, dude. And trust me, if you get it done when you're out here, we'll take care of you.
All right, sounds like a plan.
So let's see. Daniel says, thoughts on season 3 of Dark Side of the Ring that was teased on Talk is Jericho podcast on YouTube that features Jon Moxley and CZW. I haven't seen the full list, so if you want to give me a second to get it in front of me, I will gladly comment on it. Let's see here. Dark Side of the Ring season 3. God bless my new iPhone. I love this thing to pieces. Let's see. Doop, doop. There we go. I see Dylan went to the porch. Very good. All right. Season 1, season 2. There we go. Okay, so the first one officially announced for season 3 is Pillman. That one's going to be interesting.
Very. I wonder. Obviously, his son should be on there.
Well, okay. There's a lot of different ways you can go with Brian's story, and I say that because Vince, with all due respect, I try so hard not to harp on the old man. I really do. I do. I know. I really do. But he talked to Melanie way too soon. Way too soon after Brian. Like the night after. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And from what has been told later, Brian's widow they were on the outs already, like very much like Randy and Liz were when they got married. It's like, okay. So I don't know who you would talk to that's reputable. It's very funny. They wrote that tell-all book, inside Brian Pillman's life. Bischoff shat on that thing because it's so inaccurate, so full of crap. Like, who do you believe about Brian? Because there's so much misdirection.
Yeah.
By his own design. I mean, toward the end, Brian had everybody going 10 different directions, not knowing what the hell one was the straight path.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you talk to Steve if he's available with his WWE. I don't know how they are with WWE people, but, you talk to Austin, obviously. You talk to Junior, obviously. Yeah. Like, reputable people that know Brian's story is really know Brian's story. It's a very small list of people. So I am looking forward to the season premiere first and foremost. Nick Gage. Whew, man, so many people I know should be on that damn show. For real. And they wouldn't even because it's a bad. Pillman. Collision in Korea will be good because if you read Bischoff's book, dude, tip of the iceberg. Oh my goodness. It was one of the rare times Muhammad Ali was lucid in his Parkinson's. Oh. And he was going off on Mother Effers about being Mother Effers about there. Like, man. No. I wonder if the Warrior is really necessary at this point. I mean, don't strike me for this one. It's literally a dead horse that's been kicked enough already. I mean, come on. People shut on him for 18 years. He saw the light, came back to the family, got to the Hall of Fame, passes away. Now he's this venerable son. It's like, do we really need to open up the wounds again?
Right.
I don't think we do.
No.
Grizzly Smith, definitely interested in. Because I've been such a fan of Jake for so many years.
Yeah.
And Jake has been very open about his father's treatment of him and his siblings over the years. So,
yeah.
And of course, Dynamite Kid. Dynamite Kid should have his own season. I mean, I mean, I don't mean to, poop on the, crap on the dead or whatever, but man, Dynamite was a train wreck from go, brother. I feel so bad for Tom and his family, and just he radiated such negativity. There was almost like it was almost like he should have been the season premiere, the focal point of the first season, just because, like, when you think of Dark Side of the Ring, boom, Owen Hart, Dynamite Kid.
Yep.
I mean, really. And of course, the damned mass transit incident, which, God, I did not need to see that in a video form. That was really okay to not be in my head the rest of my life now. I was scared of New Jack in 2011. I'm fucking petrified of that guy now. Like, seriously, like I don't want to mess with New Jack for any reason. I don't even want to share a room with that guy at this point. It scares the bejeebus out of me. I watched Dark Side of the Ring about UWF. Did every see any shows? I actually saw UWF briefly. Like listen, I actually read more about it in Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the great magazines of the day. The guy I asked about that would be the boss, because Aaron's dad was heavily involved with her toward the end. I think Zoogs was a vice president of UWF or something like that. Like, Zoogs had been in the business before he went out, and then he came back in when Herb started. Herb, is it Herb or Herb? Aaron, help me out here. I don't know. When Herb started up UWF as a non-Watts promotion, so I know Zoogs was very involved in that. But I'm not sure how deep it went. I'm sure Aaron could have told stories had they asked him to be on, but I don't know how much he wanted to divulge with his dad not being there to go. Wait a minute, because from what I remember, Zoogs was a fairly open individual, but do you really want to talk shit about Herb when he's not there to defend himself? I mean, really. So yeah. That's a little touchy for us kin to the No DQ crew. So, I'm not sure about that one. Let's see. No other questions up in the queue. Okay, I already got that one. There we go. Daniel Brandon says, thoughts on WWE saying Samoa Joe is too fat as MMA and boxing fan? I can tell you some of the best guys are fat. Tyson Fury and Big Country Roy Nelson. I don't consider Joe fat. He's stout. Coming from a fat man, I'm not telling Samoa Joe he's fat.
No. He was agile in the ring.
Yeah. Remember, when we interviewed Joe back in 2003, and the focus was his Pete Keychain, because that's how Samoa Joe was back then, he was still a fairly big dude there. But you're not going to tell the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion you're fat, because your dominating Ring of Honor, pretty good. Yeah. Especially in the old days, like 2002, 2005, in the Danielson, low-key Daniels years, you're in pretty tall cotton if you're the Ring of Honor World Champion. If you're the first Ring of Honor champion to make it a world title, yeah, you're upper echelon, brother. If you can stand toe to toe for a lengthy 3-match series with CM Punk, I don't fuck with you.
Nope.
I don't. And let somebody call Samoa Joe fat in front of CM Punk, get your goddamn head kicked off, okay? I mean, really. And it's funny, when Brock started to have that little paunch there before he went away full time, Brock's getting fat. Tell him to his face. Go ahead.
Yeah, right.
I will make sure your final arrangements are supreme, brother. Who calls Brock Lesnar fat? The actual shit. Like, come on. God damn dumb. And to be honest with you, here's my thing with the other than Roman and Rikishi's boys, the Usos. All the brothers are pretty big, stocky. Right. Oh, of course, The Rock, because it's Dwayne. But Dwayne's also on a freaking Hollywood diet where he eats everything and then works it off like a goddamn train. Most of the brothers are big, stocky brothers. Like it's I don't know if it's a culture thing or what, but
Samoans and Hawaiians are always stocky. They eat. And they are known.
And the thing is, they've got really good food in that culture, so why would you say no?
All right.
Like, I'm fat as a white boy, and I'm eating fucking crab dinner and shit. Like, come on. So, my thing is, though, it's like, why So WWE's telling Samoa Joe you're too fat to be on our roster. So take Haichi Piraivi out of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Take Yokozuna out of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Who was the biggest guy in the company ever, unless you count Haystacks Calhoun, who you don't acknowledge for whatever reason. Take Rikishi out of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So again, we're back to Hall of Fame. Who should be in, who should be out? We're back to that topic, and you don't want to get that Jeff involved in this conversation. Scary Ginger. Just saying. I mean, come on, guys.
Right.
Which feud is more Hall of Fame worthy? Rock and Roll, Midnight Express, Austin and Vince, Tommy and man.
Ouch.
Shit. I mean, strictly because of where it was in the marketplace and the mainstream marquee, you have to go Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon. Right? Yeah. However, if you were an ECW fan in 95, 96, 97, there was nothing more intense than Tom Jr. versus Raven.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in that company had a role in that feud somewhere along the line. Every damn buddy. So there is talk, there's discussion for that. And the Rock and Roll Midnights, if you were a Crockett fan in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, there was no greater tag team feud of all time. So it honestly depends if you were in the Northeast, if you were a Southeastern fan, or if you were a global fan in the 90s. Yeah. So potato, French fries. Whatever. Wait till, dude, no joke, Lee. Sifa is going to scare people. Like, he is a big dude.
Yeah.
Like, you want to call Joe fat, line Joe up next to this guy. They'll both tear your damn head off when you say it. But it'll be fun to watch them do it because they're so big. They'll literally eat you.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. How would I book Samoa Joe in AEW if he signs to the company? Do you think Samoa Joe would be a contender for the championship? Samoa Joe's a contender wherever he goes, brother. Like, Samoa
Except
Joe,
WWE.
Well.
Oh, he was a contender. He just never won the damn title.
I could have been a contender. If you know that, you're good in this room. If you don't, rent Rocky 1 through 5. There you go. Well, no, not 5. Don't touch 5.
No.
For the love of God, stay away from 5. Just skip the Balboa, and 5 is not. No, stop. No, bad idea. Oh, what did I just do? Anyway, see if I can recover this by pretending I know what I'm talking about. Samoa Joe contends anywhere he goes, except WWE apparently. Former TNA champion, still to this day, longest reigning Ring of Honor champion.
Correct.
More than Nigel, more than Bryan, more than Punk, more than Jay Lethal. Yeah, seriously. As far as world championship, TV champion, nobody's touching Jay Lethal.
Oh no,
no. But again, that's the workhorse title, so there you go. I would love to see Joe work a program with this elite group. Just Joe, though. No Joe plus faction of 42, like every other goddamn person.
Right?
Like, Samoa Joe, okay, Lisa with the hot take on Joe. Have Joe just come in and wreck everyone. That's right. Take a stance from your Samoan brother, Roman Reigns, and just come in and wreck shit. Absolutely.
Right.
Because seriously, you got the Bucks, you got Kenny, you got the good, everybody in that little group there. Right. If that is not what Goldberg should have been to the NWO Elite, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Because think about it. The way they spin history now on the WWE Network is, well, Goldberg was lined up to take out the Elite, and then he hurt his arm in the limo. Timeout. The NWO Elite broke up in April '99 officially. Goldberg tore his muscle off his bone in December of that same year. No. The Machine against Goldberg was NWO 2000, which was more like a little RC race car, not a tanker truck. Sorry. Sorry, Kev. I love you, brother, but come on, man. Don't spin that horse shit around me. I seen Joe at a house show. Every time I've seen Joe, he's amazed me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, on the stick or in the ring. So...
On the stick, for sure. Oh, my God.
Like, I don't understand. And again, the whole 90-day thing irritates me. Whatever.
Yeah.
If at day 91 he's not in Daly's place or GPB Studios or where the hell are they tape Impact now, there's something wrong. Much like if Mickie James in 91 Days is not at GPB Studios next to her 10 pounds of gold husband, something wrong.
Yep.
Like, I mean, think about it. If you watch NWA Power, and you should, they're teasing dissension in the Strictly Business faction. Now, if Camille and Tom leave, there's room for a fairly dominant female at Nick Aldis' side. His wife, maybe? So, possibly. There's a lot of shit that went down last. And by the way, thank you for the segue, kids. I appreciate that very much. So, our buddy JB3, who I've called the devil of the Wrestling Trivia Challenge tournament, retweeted a tweet today.
Okay.
Fiending for Followers said, on WWE 2K20, you can make a 30-man Royal Rumble with just released superstars. I'll take the banner down. This is not a joke. This is a real thing that somebody actually created on WWE 2K20.
Yeah, because they were still around back in 2K20.
You can make a roster for an entire company out of the last few years of releases. Tag teams, mid-carders, and main eventers.
Mm-hmm.
This is
why
the fans shit on the WWE's approach. Look at that talent on that. I mean, granted, you know, some of these guys weren't ever going to get past the 24/7 title. Sin Cara, Boy Jose. God, poor Lars Sullivan, dude. He couldn't get out of the freaking starting blocks. Poor bastard.
Yeah.
But most of these people, like, I would want in my semi-main to main event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and now every single person on this list is no longer, well, as of 91 days from whenever the hell, from the 15th, is no longer a WWE employed person.
No.
I don't, and God, poor Tucker, dude. He was the worst casualty of that damn Otis elevation.
Yeah.
Think about it. They had Otis chase Mandy.
Yeah.
He got the girl.
Yeah.
Then they split rosters.
Yep.
Then they break him and Tucker up for whatever reason because they strap the rocket to Otis's ass because he still has the briefcase.
Yeah. Then
he loses that and that stupid lawsuit horse shit to Miz.
Oh, jeez. Oh, he lost the match. Yeah, that's right.
No, well, whatever.
With Tucker.
And then they don't have a payoff for that.
No.
Then Otis gets paired with Gable, which I'm not opposed to.
Nah.
It's actually a pretty decent act right now.
Oh, yeah.
But in the process of that, Mandy's now stumbling down the ramp of WrestleMania in less than what Barbie can wear in her dream house, going night-night time with Ken. Jesus Christ. How can we use the little thing fabric as possible? Give it to two people. Damn. I mean, I'm not as a red-blooded American male, I'm not complaining. But as a wrestling fan, I'm going,
right?
So she's a casualty of it. Tucker gets fired, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Miz is cannon fodder to the dominance that is Lashley.
Yeah.
How the hell did Tucker come out of this smelling like a rose? I mean, Otis, rather.
You got me. You got me, brother.
I'm not saying Otis isn't a talented guy, and Lord knows he gave all his fat guys hope because he got the girl, man.
Right?
But,
yep.
Makes my head hurt so much.
And now, what was it like a couple weeks ago, Otis teamed up with Dolph Ziggler like nothing ever happened.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, on the same team, it was Otis and Gable and the Dirty Dogs. I'm like,
oh my God. I was like, what the heck? I was like, WWE really wants us not to remember anything.
I love that Bobby Roode sits there and goes, my partner just had a wonderful retirement at Impact. And they were able to bring Chris back for the send-off, but they couldn't bring me back.
Jeez.
You know Bobby Roode's going, did I really make the right decision?
Yeah.
Because they have fumbled on him so much since they took away his big, beautiful music.
Oh, that's exactly
terrible.
what I was going to say. You know what the worst casualty is? They took away Glorious.
Losing the gloriousness of Bobby Roode. Exactly.
Oh,
what a load of shit. Let's see. I'd love to see Joe to New Japan personally, just see him face Jay White. Yes, please.
That'd be cool.
Dude, somewhere Cindy and Noah went, yes, just now. Both of them, swear to God. I'd be okay with an Iconic happening in Impact Wrestling. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because that Knockouts tag title division sure needs a big fat boost in the ass. They've got great teams, and they brought Taylor Wilde back, but she doesn't have a partner right now, so she's more of a singles act, which I'm still fine with her being back in wrestling because I love Taylor Wilde. She's great. Her podcast's pretty cool, too. But, yeah, they have to do something with the Iconics. And, yes, the problem with James Storm just retired, so there's kind of silly to let him go back at this point, but or I don't know if he retired. He may have had 1,000 match. He may still be going.
Yeah, he had his 1,000. I think he had his 1,000.
All right, well, if he's still going, then yeah, release Roode, please. That's fine.
Because if they keep him with Ziggler, they're not going to release him anytime soon.
Well, but the thing is, though, once they lose the tag titles, what is the act?
Yeah, true.
Beer money's money. And they have always been. They have always been. Okay. This is coming from a guy that literally sat in the crowd for AMW's biggest moment for the 6-head steel with Triple X. Mm-hmm. Beer Money was a better team. I'm not shitting on Chris. I love Chris Harris. He was a great guest of ours. Okay. But Beer Money was the better overall presentation from TNA than America's Most Wanted.
Okay.
And I say that for 2 words. Planet Jarrett. When they turned those boys heel, that was it. I mean, really.
Yeah.
So, and, Harris got released and became Braden Walker. The greatest YouTube video in history, the best of Braden Walker 3-disc set. Look it up. I'm not kidding. Guys, if you haven't seen that, it is the best thing that ever happened. I swear to God, it's funnier than hell. Just great stuff. Was Ascension on the list? I didn't see them. I don't
know. Probably not.
Probably not, just because
they were before. I think they were before 2K20 happened.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I want to say they got released in 2019.
Yeah, they weren't on the list here, but I would definitely put them on that list of talented guys that just couldn't get off the starting block for sure.
Right.
I mean, they were, for a very long time, the most dominant tag team in NXT history. Yeah. In the early days of NXT, there was nobody better than the Ascension.
And they got...
but, they dropped the ball with them when they brought them up. They had, if I remember right, they had the NWO and the APA Punk come out. On a Raw Legends Night recap, reunion, whatever the frick they call it.
Raw Legends Night.
Yeah. Whatever it was. When you have Sean Waltman not quite back in X-Pac shape yet, barely on 2 knees Kevin Nash, just out of recovery Scott Hall, and not quite gone to seed yet Bradshaw and Farouk Punk you out, dead in the water. Dead. I love all 5 of those guys. I love all 5 of those guys, especially Sean Waltman, with my heart.
Yeah.
But bad booking on the Ascension. Just terrible. Yeah. All right. So I did promise that I would do plugs here at the end. I don't have time to do everything, but I will definitely do this one.
Yes, tomorrow at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern.
And I say that because we are dark tomorrow because our Tuesday show moved to Thursdays. So I got nothing to do tomorrow. Except for actually get stuff there because this room is not still where I want it to be. It's pretty shitstorm back here. So Mania was hard. Mania plus the COVID shot recovery was very, very tough on me. It's still kind of kicking my butt. Now I got 2 more days before I got to over again. However, I will be on after Raw tonight at 8:11 p.m. my time. So 11 o'clock for you kids out there in BG land. 11:11. Make a wish. I'll be on for that. And so I'll be on for that tonight after Raw. Whether I get to see Raw in 2 minutes or not, I will be on 8:11. I'll talk about my day and my goals and whatever, as I always do. Dwayne wants to be a guest on Gridiron Grapple. Hit him up on social media, Dwayne.
Yeah, hit me up.
Big G welcomes all parties. He's not so excuse me, like my elite ass. So there you go. By all means, come on in. He's not so picky and not so stuck up like I am after 20 years. All right. So with that self-deprecation on my part, it is time to say good nights for the birthday boy himself, Big G. I am the West Coast Jeff Meacham saying thank you all very much for this wonderful hour plus here on Talk Wrestling. Tim Davis is way late. Hi and goodbye, Tim. We will see you guys tomorrow on the Gridiron and Grapple, and then Wednesday, a very special edition of the Greg Cherry Show. Stay tuned for that coming up on this channel and the Greg Cherry brand. That's Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Until then, we will see you guys next time right here on the Jeff Meacham Network.